Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Silver here, and welcome to a new series I'm going to be starting now that I kind of know, like, really basic editing, called Do Dem Jumps. It sounds really stupid, but my humor is very stupid, so I figured it'd work. Basically, I'm going to be going through this game, and I'm going to be kind of showing you guys what to do. If those of you that are, like, trying to get into speedrunning, there are certain jumps that you do in this game that don't really have tutorials on how to do them, and I know, personally, when I first got into running this game, I struggled a little bit with certain jumps and things like that that you can't really find tutorials on. You just kind of have to practice them yourself. So I wanted to make kind of like a little guide for you guys on how to do said jumps. This is going to be the first episode. I'm going to hop into a run here, and we are going to go into Cap Kingdom. So let's get started. Okay, so the first jump that isn't really talked about is one of the first ones you do in the game. And it's the only jump you have to do in the entire run where you don't have Cappy, because you get Cappy almost immediately. So, basically when you start a run, you're just going to roll over here. Right about here, they want you to triple jump off this stair and dive up here. Now, personally, when I first started running this game, I struggled with this quite a bit. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of tips on how to get better at this jump. Okay, so first things first, you're going to want to kind of plan out the line that you take to do the jump before you even start rolling. So once you're starting the spin pound, look at how you want to go through this area. Now, I will show you, give me a sec. I will show you what kind of the line you want to take here. You want to be getting speed kind of off the sides of these hills, so you want to go through these first two and get speed off the side of this hill. And then as soon as you leave this hill, you want to start triple jumping. You want to get your double jump before going onto the stair. So you want to finish rolling and then jump once, twice to get onto the stair, triple jump, and dive. If you get more comfortable with the jump, then you can dive anywhere on this fence, but whatever works for you. And that's the jump. Alright, so the next jump I'm going to talk about is actually pretty soon after that first jump, and it's right here. This is another jump I've seen people struggle with, and I struggle with this jump quite a bit when I first started running this game. And like this game's movement is not very hard once you get used to it, but when you're first learning it, it's pretty difficult to kind of get into. So the first thing, once you get Cappy, you're right here. You'll see speedrunners roll, and then they stop rolling, and then they triple jump, and they bonk. Cool. Why am I making tutorials, huh? Alright, let's try this again. So, you want to start your spin pounds, roll over here, and then triple jump up this slope, cap throw, and hit the lever. So, and that's just the beginner way of kind of getting up to the top here. So, I will show you some tricks and cues that I have to get this jump. Yeah. So, first thing, once you skip this cutscene, you're either going to spin pound or you're just going to roll normally. Whatever works for you. You'll have max speed when you hit this guy anyway. I use the sound of hitting this guy, or the animation of hitting this guy, if you want a visual cue, as my cue to get ready to do the jump. Because you're going to want to get some speed off this little incline before triple jumping on this slope. And it's a lot easier than it looks, and I'm probably going way too much in depth. Like, it'll become muscle memory almost immediately, but you're just gonna do this, and triple jump, cap throw, and dive up, and that's all. Alright, so there aren't that many jumps in Cap Kingdom that you have to know, but in Cascade there's a few of them, and also some movement that I wanted to show off, because there's a little bit of, not ambiguity, but people do the movement differently in the beginning of Cascade, and also after fighting Mad and Brutal. So we're gonna go over that, and then we'll end the video. After grabbing the first Power Moon, this bridge will fall down and everything. Now, for me personally, the triple jump and the movement on this bridge was kind of weird. Maybe not for you guys. It's really, really simple. I kind of messed it up when I first started. If you know how to spin pounds, all you're gonna do is mash through the text, spin pound, and triple jump, and then you're going to be in the spot. But if you don't know how to spin pounds, well, you should learn, because it's not terribly difficult. But if you don't know how to spin pound, you can just dive here twice, and then throw your cap and roll. This is obviously slower, but if you roll, sometimes you'll get lucky and you won't hit this thing, but if you roll, you're more likely to bonk here. So if you don't know how to spin pound, then you should not be doing it like this, because then you have the off chance to bonk, which is obviously not a good thing. So you can just dive, 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 cap throw, and then roll into the cutscene. That's what I used to do, so I just wanted to give you guys that. If you're curious how to spin pound, it's really not that hard. So maybe you've noticed before, if you spin the stick when Mario's in place, he does this spinning animation, and if you jump and then press the ground pound button and hold it until he hits the floor, he will hit the ground. And if you shake the controller as soon as he hits the ground and you hold the direction you want to go, Mario will roll in that direction with max speed, and this is called a spin pound. The reason we do them is because you can buffer them out of dives, you can buffer them out of roll cancels. I'm not very good at that. You can buffer them out of jumps. They're just the fastest way to get max speed in this game, which is why we do them. So yeah, the spin pound method is the easiest in my opinion. If you know how to spin pound, you just spin pound and then you triple jump and go over to this rock because the loading zone extends out a bit. And yeah. Alright, so the next one is right here. There are a couple of ways to get to the dinosaur. I'm going to show you guys the fastest way and then what I used to do. So the fastest way is to buffer a spin pound while Cappy's going back on your head. Cap throw, dive up here. 1, 2, 3. Dive and spin throw. That's the fastest way to grab the dinosaur. But if you can't do that, you can bonk. Epic. If you can't do that, then you can do a backflip method here, which is what other people do if you don't know how to spin pound. And you're just going to backflip, dive here, and then triple jump, and everything else is the same. And if you're not confident in your spin throw abilities, you could just throw your cap normally to capture the dinosaur. After killing Madame Brutal and grabbing the multi-moon, there's some movement that some people tend to be a little bit confused about when they first start playing the game. And the reason is you have to do not a hard jump, but a jump to get to a moon that you would instead normally have to get by grabbing a chain chomp, breaking a block, and then going into a pipe. And it's obviously just faster to just jump up to the top. So I'm going to show you guys the movement that I do without the spin pound to get up, because what the pros do is they spin pound and they double jump and they change their camera so that the moon's on screen so they can grab it. I'll just show you. Like that. But that is kind of some advanced movement because you have to buffer a triple jump, which is a little bit weird, and you also have to move the camera to put the moon on screen so that Mario doesn't go through it. But what you can do instead is you can dive and press L to put the camera behind Mario and then just triple jump normally. So that way you don't have to do that return cap throw to get to the moon. So that's what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And it's not much slower either. You don't have to be afraid to bonk on this, because from the distance that you're at, you shouldn't bonk. Okay, thank you, Chain Chomp. Very cool. From the distance that you're at, you shouldn't be worried about bonking on that block. It's not there anymore, so I have to cap throw. But if you are afraid of bonking on that block, you can just cap throw and dive to get up here. But yeah, that's gonna about do it for Cap and Cascade Kingdom. If this helped you guys, let me know. I just wanted to kind of go over a couple of movement strings that I was confused about when I first started playing this game, and try to help you guys out with them. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, then please be sure to check out my Twitch page. I'm going to be trying to stream as often as I can. I don't really have a stream schedule. Thinking about making one, but I don't really want to have to commit to things, especially since I'm still young. I have to do other things, and I have other things to worry about. So, you know, but thank you guys for watching, and that's going to be it for this video. See ya.